Hi, I'm Jannik Hanfman.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
This is Sebastian Olfner.
It's Marc-Andrea Whistler.
I am Francisco Cerundolo.
And you're listening to the
GTL podcast.
Hopefully you enjoy it.
Hopefully.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. We are in Paris, finally. The return of Novak Djokovic. I've been waiting for it since he won that 24th Grand Slam title. And another great competitor is back. It is not only JG, it's Carlos Alcaraz as well. And these two are practicing on court together. And I can't wait to see if they come and meet each other in the final in Paris. Isn't that right, JG?
Yeah, before we get on to Paris, shout out to Jannik Sinner. I'm wearing an orange t-shirt today, just for him and the Carota. We know he beat Daniil Medvedev again in a final. Yeah. This was a big one as well. I wasn't expecting him to do it yet again, and I keep doubting him, and he keeps winning. So shout out to Jannik Sinner. Let's see how he gets on in the coming weeks. He's looking really, really good, and I think he has to be considered now as certainly the top 5 players in the world. And then the other shout out is to Felix, who won Basel, someone who has not been playing very well at all, but certainly loves the conditions because he won it there last year. And we're coming into his time of the year where we see the best version of Felix. So that is something which surprised me, beating Hurkacz in the final. And is he in Paris?
Well, we'll find out very, very soon. Felix Auger-Aliassime last year, remember, he went on that incredible run, didn't he, where we all thought, well, maybe next year he'll be incredible. He just went completely off the boil and been disappointed with him this year. Chapeau, even worse. I mean, Chapeau's nearly outside the top 100 now, and maybe Felix is the only saviour for Canadian tennis right now. He's not going to make the tour finals, I wouldn't have thought, but at least he's given himself something to work on and, well, a little like platform to build off now. Could he be a contender in the coming weeks? I'm not so sure. I'm more excited about the fact that we've got the big men back. We've got Djokovic, we've got Alcaraz, and Jannik Sinner, like you said, playing some of the best tennis I've ever seen him play. Some of the winners he hits against Daniil Medvedev, who famously gets everything back into court. He can't get close to some of these shots. They're like bullets. They break the sound barrier, I think, some of the Sinner shots.
Maybe I was asked with top 5 because that's probably a certainty. The question I should be asking is he one to contend with Djokovic, Alcaraz, Medvedev? Certainly Medvedev at the moment. Certainly Alcaraz, because he just seems to be able to make their matches very close. It's just Djokovic. I want to see Jannik Sinner push Djokovic. There's no time for excuses. Now is the time. Jannik Sinner, I want to see him next time he is faced with Djokovic, because it's going to be very soon. I want him to beat him.
Might be in Paris.
Well, that's what he's got a benchmark anyway. Trying to get a scalp of Novak Djokovic. It's going to be really tough, and I think he's got the ability to do it. But Alcaraz, Djokovic, they are the number 1, the number 2 seed. The story is, of course, they're going for world number 1 status come the end of the year. Djokovic looks favourite now, marginally, to finish the year-end number 1. Yep. But if Alcaraz produces better results than Djokovic, I think he'll make it, right? That's all he needs to do.
Quite possible,
Easy.
Yeah. I mean, if he wins Paris, it's a very tall order. He's got the toughest section, Carlos Alcaraz. Djokovic, still fairly tough. Sinner, probably the easiest section out of all of the top 4. So,
I think Djokovic is tougher than what you've given it credit for. And let's get into this video because we're going to be going round by round. Before we do so, let's look at the previous champions. We know who won it last year. It was Holger Rune, a really good final we covered on the channel. And it was that moment, I think it was in the second set, in which the match turned on its head. I wasn't expecting Rune to take it to him. It was in a long, I think it was a really long point, maybe 30-shot rally or something. He managed to win it, turned the match on its head, and Holger Rune then defeated Djokovic which was insane. I think he saved championship points or something at one point. It was a very tight match. I remember that third set was you couldn't really call it. And he's not been playing well. I think he's lost pretty much every match in the last.
Well, that's
last
the
5.
one thing that since he's not been playing well, he introduced Boris Becker, obviously Djokovic's old coach, and now he's been playing a little bit better. So now we could see the matchup of Holger
He just
Rune.
lost to Felix, Ben.
Felix just won the tournament.
Yeah, but still, I feel Rune. He should be playing better this time of year. He loves these conditions.
He does, but I think you just got to look at everything. The small positives from it. He was playing terribly. Now he's playing a little bit better, and maybe now he's come to Paris where he's reigning champion. Maybe he can play even better still. Maybe he's got the memories there. Maybe a bit of muscle memory will come in like Felix did in Basel. We never know. Maybe this is where Holger Rune plays his best tennis, and I really hope that is the case, because if it is, we're going to be treated to some fantastic tennis, and we could have a potential Djokovic-Rune matchup in this draw as well.
Draws as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Djokovic, the 6-time champion, the king of the Paris Masters, the only guy to have ever won it back-to-back, and it was back-to-back-to-back as well. That was 2013 to 2015, 3 times on the bounce. But after that, you can see it's just littered with just different winners. Murray, Jack Sock, Khachanov, Daniil Medvedev in there as well. So let's move away from the previous winners and move on to people who have just qualified, because there are some amazing qualifiers in this one. Roman Safiullin, I mean, this guy, he's been playing some serious tennis of late. Didn't he just recently beat Zverev, I think, as well? So we've got Offner out, sadly, Van der Zandschulp through, Wolf through, Nishioka through, Fucsovics through, Dominic Thiem through, knocking out Kozakano, and Marcus Giron, who's also been playing very well recently. He went through in a tight tie break in the third set against Dusan Lajovic. So, moving to the draw, I think. Let's have a look who's playing
I think
who.
the big qualifier, though, is Fucsovics, right?
Dominic Thiem, for me, would be the biggest name in there.
I think Fucsovics is a better player than Dominic Thiem right now.
For me, Safullin's obviously the number one. I feel that match, Thompson's been playing incredibly well, and it was a 3-set win. I thought really good play from Safiullin. He's one you don't want to be pitted against. So let's see who he will be pitted against. If you are just joining us, please remember to hit a like and subscribe, and join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star review and download the TNNS app and join our fantasy league on there.
Yeah.
Right.
And the countdown episode will be released tomorrow. Every Monday we'll be releasing our countdown episodes. And just fill me in, Ben, because you did a video with your instant Paris reaction. I didn't get a chance to watch it all. I never like listening to your voice when I'm not there. I feel mine just brings yours to a nicer tune. But did you announce a winner or not?
No, I didn't. But I announced who I thought maybe had an easier draw, who I thought maybe be the semi-finalists.
So you didn't give us any winners or any dark horses?
No. I've not gone that deep.
You just spoke about the draw.
Just initial reaction where Djokovic was, where like Medvedev and Sinner were placed.
And your initial reaction was Djokovic has a good draw.
I think it's better than Alcaraz, but it's not as good as Sinner. That's my personal opinion. And Medvedev,
I don't think it is. I think Djokovic has a tougher draw than what he's had in recent tournaments. That's for sure.
It's going to be a tough draw no matter what. I think Sinner's the only one who's got quite lucky, to be honest, in this. But maybe he needs it. He's just played a full tournament in Vienna, just won it. And maybe this is the perfect storm for Jannik Sinner to have a good run at the Paris Masters. I mean, he seems to be in incredible form right now. I mean, beating Medvedev in back-to-back finals now. Not many people can say they've done that in their career. So Djokovic is the first seed, and he's got to buy through the first round, as have all of the top 8. And he'll play either fellow countryman Kecmanovic or Thomas Martin Etcheverry. And I'm going to maybe surprise some people. I'm going to be going Etcheverry to beat.
How does that surprise anyone? Probably favourite.
I'm not
That's
so
not
sure.
surprised anyone. You bring it up.
Think?
I reckon he's favourite. Reason being, Etcheverry just beaten Korda not too long ago. Nishikori bet, shout out to him on Twitter, predicted it. I think the odds were about 5s, but Etcheverry has the ability. and I would be surprised if he's not favourite in this one.
Kecmanovic is favourite. There you go.
What's the odds?
2.1 for Echeverri.
Well, great value there. I don't know why
good
Ben's
value.
I don't know why Ben's trying to make that out to be a wild card
It's
selection.
an underdog. But anyway, let's
Christopher
move.
Eubanks to beat Talon Griekspoor.
Not for me. I'll have Griekspoor to knock out Eubanks. Not in any sort of form.
Benny Schultz to put the phone down on Fokina.
The big one in Djokovic's section. I was going mad about in the reaction. We could have a third round matchup between Djokovic and Shelton.
And he would rather Shelton because he always struggles against Fokina. Fokina and Djokovic are always extremely good matches, and Fokina, I feel, has opportunities to win all of them. And I guess a Grand Slam's always a lot tougher, and I think this Masters event could be tough for Fokina to do it, but he's more likely to lose in a Masters, Djokovic, than the Grand Slam. I'll have Fritz beating Baez.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. Even though Fritz been in some very unlucky form, he's lost his last 3 matches from winning positions in the third set as well. So
I'm going to go Arthur Fils.
Yep, same. This one's the big one.
Dominic Thiem. That's insane.
What a great first round match. Team, I think I'm going to go for Team, here.
Yeah, I saw Stan speaking about his season and how he's feeling a little bit fatigued at the moment. I think he's played a lot of tennis this year and played quite well in spells, but probably a little tired, Stan.
Yeah, those old
I
legs.
Rune with a bye, Sinner with a bye. So we've got Rune, Sinner all in this little bit with Djokovic as well.
The top,
on his half.
They're half, same half.
I'll have JJ Wolf beating Mackenzie McDonald.
Yeah, go on, I'll join you.
Bonzi to beat Lajovic.
Yeah.
Dimonor to beat Murray. I feel like that matchup's happened a few times this year, and Dimonor's always beaten him.
Yeah,
Murray, though, has won this event before and got to a final.
I'm still going to go Dimonor. I'm going to go Tommy Paul to beat Gasquet. I'm going to be going...
I'm going to go Gasquet, the wild card, in Paris with a crowd.
You could be right there. I'm going to go Manarino then for my French pick.
And I'll have Van der Zandslup.
Jordan Thompson, I'll have to beat Nishioka.
I'll have Nishioka. I'll go Rublev, Rude with a bye. Monfils to beat Cerundolo.
Same.
Lehechka, a Goot.
I'll go Lehechka there.
Go on then, I'll go a Goot.
Oh,
Twist my arm.
Hurkacz Korda first round. I mean, I'm going to go Hurkacz, but that is a tough first round. He's just played a final as well, Hurkacz, you got to remember.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not
going
gonna be easy.
Hurkacz too. I'm going to have Bublik beating TFO.
Not for me. I don't know. It's no sort of consistency. It could happen because he's just sort of wild, isn't he? I'd never know what's going to happen with Bublik. But nah.
So's TFO, though. He's not consistent. I'll have Jarry beating Poprin.
I'm going to go
Dimitrov
Poprin.
beating Massetti.
Yep, I agree.
Medvedev, Tsitsipas.
Felix
Jannik
Struff.
Struff, I'm going to go to knock out Felix. In fact, I'll put a bet on it as well. If you are listening, put your money on Jan Leonard Struff. Felix will be losing this match.
Ooh, I like it a little, Felix. I'm going to go Felix because hopefully he can do that thing he did last year when he had that run of tournaments where he was really good.
Yeah, he's not doing it. Struff's beating him. Umbert's going to beat Giron as well.
Yep, I'm with you on
Zverev,
that.
Fucsovic, very unlucky there. I'm going to have Zverev beating him.
Yeah.
I'll have Hachanov beating Purcell.
Yep.
Van Ascher beating Ger.
Yeah, go on then as he's French.
So Feudin to beat Muller and Alcaraz with the bye.
That's it. Let's get back to the top. Okay, Djokovic Echeverri. I'm going to be going Djokovic here for his first match. I think it'd be tough though. I think he'll run him pretty close in that first set. Tie break, I think.
I can't seem to get to the next round. It's not letting me do it.
Oh.
There's an issue with the website.
Well,
Bracket is not available. How unfortunate is that?
Stick with me. I've got it on here, so I can take you through who's playing who.
Okay, I've just done it somehow. I don't know how, but I'm into the next round. So, Djokovic beat Echeverri. I'm going to have Shelton beating Eubanks. Good friends. That'll be a great match.
We've got to have Djokovic Shelton. I'm going to have Arthur Fee. I'm going to have Arthur Fee to knock out Fritz.
No, I'm going to go Fritz.
I'm going to have Holger Rune to beat Dominic Thiem. Oh, you can never pick Holger Rune on here. Why is that? They've got something against him.
Yeah, I'm going to have Rune beating Team. I'll go
Sinner.
Sinner to beat JJ Wolf. De Minaur to beat Bonzi.
Yep.
Van der Zandsloot to beat Gasquet.
I'm going to have Manarino to beat Tommy Paul.
This is the section we've got very different at the bracket.
Yep.
I'll go Ruby Rublev to beat Nishioka.
Yep.
Monfils to beat Rude.
Yeah, I'm in on that as well. Casper Ruud.
This is not Rude's time of year.
Well, Casper Ruud right now, he needs to do something big in this tournament. Otherwise, he will drop outside the top 10. That's the problem right now.
I'll have Hurkacz beating Agut. Jarry beating Bublik.
I'm going to have
Medvedev Dimitrov will be a great match.
I'm going to have Poprin going through a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, he just went to
That
three
would be
sets. It just
And
went to
Dimi
three sets
looked
in
like he was
Vienna.
going to beat him in the last one.
Whoa.
I'm
It
gonna
only
have-
played in the
that
last
could be-
tournament.
This could be Dimitrov.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
go
so.
Medi.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like Medi's too strong. This could be interesting though. Tsitsipas versus Felix on my one.
I'm going Tsitsipas to beat Stroff.
I'm in that dilemma because he just won one, and I know that you're erring on the side of caution because he just won a tournament. Tsitsipas actually looked really good. I thought he was going to beat Medvedev. He was very close. Went to a tie break. I'm going to go Tsitsipas. This
I'm gonna
one,
go Zverev to beat Ugo Humbert.
I'm actually going to go Ugo Humbert to knock out Sasha Zverev.
Don't think so.
I'm going a bit crazy on this. Zverev's not impressed me as much. I know I was big on him a few weeks ago. Hasn't really impressed me that much. So I'm going against him.
I'll have Karen
Yep.
to beat Van Ascher. Played well last week. Got to a quarter-final in Vienna.
And Safulin
And
to beat
Alcaraz
Alcaraz.
to beat Safulin.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the other way. Yeah.
I know you want Alcaraz to go out, but Safulin to take a set?
Very possible. I mean,
I
great
think it goes
on
free,
Inderhold.
maybe.
All right, moving to the top again. Oh, and the big one. Djokovic, Shelton, third round matchup. There's going to be a few phones ringing off the hook, I feel, in this one. Can he do it? He's going to be fresh, Shelton, because remember, he won... I forgot where he went, Beijing, and then he came straight to a first round against Jannik Sinner, who's in incredible form. So he's had a whole week off, so he's not even had to play like any match play. It's going to be fresh, Ben Shelton.
Yeah, and he's going to beat Djokovic. I hate to say it, Ben. I'm going to have Ben Shelton hanging up on Novak.
Not having that. Have you watched Djokovic practicing?
I know you're going to have him in the final. You're going to have him winning it because he's number one seed.
Majestic. He's like a gazelle on the court, just like...
Yeah, well, you're not seeing Shelton's bombs yet.
Oh, God.
I'll have Fritz beating Rune.
I'm going to have Arthur Fee moving through again here to knock out Holger Rune.
I'm going to go Sinner to beat De Minaur.
Sinner to beat De Minaur.
Rublev to beat Van der Zandsloot.
Yeah, Rublev to beat Manarino.
Hurkacz to beat Monfils.
Hurkacz always there, isn't he? Yeah.
Jarry
Medi.
Medvedev.
I'm going to be going Medi because I've got a feeling Hurkacz Medi is just Medi's nightmare.
I'm going to go Medi as well. I'll have Tsitsipas to beat Zverev.
Got Tsitsipas Humbert again.
Well, that's definitely Humbert.
I'm going Humbert again. Humbert having a run again in France.
I'll have Alcaraz to beat Hachanov.
Yep, I'm going with that as well. So I've got all the way to the top. You've got a slightly different one now. You've got, is it Rune versus Shelton?
No, Shelton Fritz.
Oh, okay. I've got Djokovic Fee here. No Holger Rune. We don't get the matchup that we were hoping for there.
No, I'm going to go for
from-
Shelton to beat Fritz.
Oh, he loves Shelton. His favourite Ben. All right. Sinner to beat Rublev. Just beat him in straight sets in the last tournament.
I'm going to go Rublev to beat Sinner.
Oof. It's a bad decision. All right, moving down. Hurkacz, Medvedev. I'm thinking it's got to be Medi. I mean, he looked better than what Hurkacz did, I think, in the tournament. And Humbert Alcaraz.
I'm going Alcaraz to beat Tsitsipas.
Yeah, I think Alcaraz beats Humbert. Sorry, French fans out there. move to the top. Oh, is this the semi-final already? Cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yes, I do.
It's just
And
so boring,
Not
man.
often does that happen. It happened in Vienna though, and the
Yeah, you
last
didn't pick
time
it, I bet.
last time it happened in Vienna was in 1994, I think. And
When was the last time in Paris we got 1, 2, 3, 4?
it's a good point. Yeah, I'd like to
But
know.
yeah, you still go for it.
Well, what were the last winners? What were the last winners of it? Holgeruna.
Anyway, I'm glad you're doing this because it is bedtime in the UK. It's just past midnight, so this is exactly what I need to send me off to sleep. Some of Ben's predictions. I'm going for, at the top, Shelton Rublev. I think Shelton's, this is the end of the line, and Rublev's going to make the final.
This is bizarre. You feeling? I know you've got a bit of a cold. Is it affecting your brain over there? I'm going to be going
anyone
for...
could do. What are you going to do? 1, 2?
I'm going to go on Djokovic to knock out Jannik Sinner. I think that Sinner will be a little bit... I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it going for 2 weeks solid. Just don't know if that's realistic for him. Yeah. And we don't know if he's proven against Djokovic yet. That's the one thing.
So 3 and a 2 here, Ben. I reckon 2's the best bet.
Nah, I don't think it is the best bet.
I think it is on mine. I've got Daniil Medvedev, Carlos Alcaraz, same matchup as you. 3 versus 2. Alcaraz going to get some revenge. He's lost too many against Medvedev recently, and now he's going to win one and get to the final.
Nah, for me, Daniil Medvedev, he will... Well, he famously came out with the quote earlier on after he lost the final against Sinner. He said, "Oh, I guess it's just one of those things. It looks like I can never defend any title I ever win. And this is just a fact. He never defends his titles, but he's not the champion from last year in Paris, so he has a chance. So I'm gonna have Medvedev going through to the final, and we'll get the Djokovic Medvedev yet again."
Yeah, it seems to be. That was the final the few years before, was it?
Yeah, when Medvedev beat him in the US Open, straight sets, and then Djokovic beat him in Paris.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be the reverse here.
So US Open, did Djokovic never played Medvedev though, did he? So it doesn't work.
When?
This year's US Open.
He beat him in the final. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
The last time Medvedev beat... It's exactly the same, but the opposite way around.
So now Medvedev's going to win.
Exactly. You got it right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is that the prediction?
That's what I believe that's going to happen. I think that Djokovic, even though he comes back, I think Daniil Medvedev is going to go on and win this one. He's going to have that extra level. I feel like when these two play each other, there's always another level of chess game where they move the pieces slightly just to beat the other one. So I think Medvedev will just get enough on Djokovic to beat him in this one.
I think the tour finals this year is going to be super interesting. I think year-end number 1's going to be decided at the tour finals, and we're going to be going into it thinking Carlos Alcaraz can do it, and that's because he's just beaten Andrei Rublev in the final of Paris in an epic match. Carlos then closes that gap big time and will look really, really likely to get number 1 status come the Nitto ATP finals. He will be in a separate group to Djokovic. Most likely will only meet in the final, and I'm just praying it can happen. Could be in the semi, though.
Well, let us know what you picked in the comments section below. All the Djokovic fans, I'm sure, are hoping that he comes back and wins this tournament. I think having that gap and time off, I think that some of these other players have been playing more tennis and slightly better, like more well-versed on the indoor hard courts than what Djokovic would have been coming into the tournament. But I still think Djokovic can make the final with that draw that he has. I think Sinner could be a tough test, though. But before we go anywhere, we know it's a Masters. It's all of our Patreon members. It's player roulette time. So I'm going to get the wheel spinning, bring it up, and we'll say good luck to everybody. If you want to sign up and be a part of Player Roulette, join the Patreon as little as £3 a month, and it helps support the channel, and there's extra content on there too.
Yeah, link in the description if you want to join the Patreon, and we can add you to the wheel, even if you're watching on repeat, which most likely you are, because we're not going live anymore. Then we can add you to the wheel at a later date. So sign up to the Patreon, help support the channel, and you get a chance to win a prize. Let's start spinning the wheel, and I'll stop in 3, 2, 1. Stop the wheel.
Oh,
Here
it
we
stops.
go.
Right.
Who we got?
All right, so here we go. We've got Lynette Marshall has got Novak Djokovic
Again.
there. And we've got Gary with Carlos Alcaraz. Oh, my word.
Ooh, Gary won't like that.
We've got Sankit with Daniil Medvedev and Raymond Cornford with Jannik Sinner. Well done. That's a really good one as well.
Who do I have?
Let's have a look, see if I can find. You've got Taylor Fritz.
Not bad.
Who have I got? Oh, Lorenzo Musetti. You joking
Yes,
me? It's
come on.
terrible. Oh, that's never happening.
Can
well.
Fritz win Paris?
Well, I mean, he's got a better chance than Musetti. I'll give you that much.
So who's the
Both.
main two? So Lynette and Gary.
Well, and Sankit and Ray. I think those top four, any of those, they're all major challengers right now.
Well, good luck to all of our patrons. Of course, if you want to help and be part of the Player Roulette, just join the Patreon and we'll include you very soon. But let's wrap it up there. Thank you everyone for joining us today. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned because another countdown episode will be coming very soon. We won't be in the studio today with the brick wall, or not today, next time. It will be probably today with the time we post this actually. But we will be back on the computer screens, me and Ben phoning in virtually to do the next episode of the countdown.
That's it, mate. Well, I'm excited for Paris. Let's wait and see how it all goes. We will be covering some matches as well this week, so keep your eye peeled on the channel and join us for those in the live chat too.
Thank you everyone. See you soon. Au revoir.
You do more.